So, welcome to the mentoring program that we're inventing together. So, we have professionals in the industry on this program, and what I invite you to do is to participate fully. Like we're not just inventing your future of success, but we're inventing success together, and we're going to leave it as a legacy for other people. So, I'm Mary Louise Zeller. I'm right here in Salt Lake City, Utah. I'm a Kyani Red Diamond. It took me 6 years to achieve that. They have people doing it in a year, and they're doing that on internet, social media marketing, etc. I'm doing everything I can to learn that method. They say can't teach old dogs new tricks, but I say you can if you pay him enough, and Kyani does. So we're gonna learn together. I'd like to acknowledge Gavin Barkdale. Larry Barkdale is a green diamond. It's his son Gavin. Gavin is now a Kyani Sapphire, and acknowledge him for this PowerPoint. It's his, and I like it so much that I thought I'd start our mentoring program here in November of 2015. And I'd say that you all should have a goal to hit a new rank by the end of this year. So that leaves you the rest of November and December. And if we are really mastering the fundamentals of network marketing, you're going to go forward. So this has a purpose to it. I love the success that I've had with Kyani. I thank God every day for it. Kyani works if we work. So I will share with you what has worked for me, but obviously, if people can do in a year what took me 6 years to do, there are a lot of things out there that work. So I'm working on several groundbreaking projects, and I'm going to share some of those with you, and you're going to be the first people to have them too. So I want to acknowledge who you are as people say, okay, mentorship's available, let's go. But then I'm coming back and asking you to mentor. So you should have a little hand icon, or you can write in the chat box. I can see your chats come in. And if there's something that you want to add or some question as I go along, I'm going to get into this presentation, and then I'm going to open up the microphones and we're going to have an exchange. I want accountability. Now, I got that from Gavin's dad, Larry. Larry says, there is no business without accountability. Often people look at network marketing as, oh, wouldn't it be nice if? And yeah, it would be nice if, but if you treat this as a business, it will happen. So people in a business, they go to work. I remember working for American Hospital Supply Corporation, and we would have a business meeting every Monday and every Friday. And we would set goals for the week, and we would complete on goals accomplished. Accountability. There really is no business without accountability. So I would say we're going to look at that. We're going to look and get into this PowerPoint presentation, because one of the fundamental elements of network marketing, of mastering network marketing, is actually commitment. Well, there are commitments, and then there's accountability within commitments. Are you accountable for what you say, for what you're committed to? So let's get into this PowerPoint, Mastering the Fundamentals of Network Marketing, and I thank Gavin Barkdale for this. So he studied Coach John Wooden, and Coach John Wooden says, I discovered early on that the player who learned the fundamentals of basketball is going to have a much better chance of succeeding and rising through the levels of competition than the player who was content to do things his own way. Now, given I just said that, I want to leave the door open for people to invent, because had Linda Willis not told me something that was particular to her history, her work history and experience, I would not have developed a strong new marketing project. So yes, do you need to learn the fundamentals of your industry? Absolutely. And we're going to talk about what those fundamentals are. And at the same time, you're coming to this with your own work history, your own life learning, and I request that you bring this to the learning. but we want you to master these fundamentals too. And that takes me to Taekwondo. Most of you know me, know that I'm a master instructor in Taekwondo. I've trained at the Olympic Training Center, and the national team coach, Coach Lee, he would have his his opinions about, okay, here are the fundamentals. We're going to drill these fundamentals, and we drilled them for hours on end. And if somebody would say, well, I don't like doing a little hop in fake, I like doing a slide in fake. And he said, well, after you have achieved your first Olympic gold medal or your first world championship gold medal, you do it your way then. But up until then, you do this. And he literally was saying the same thing. Master the fundamentals and then go out and get creative. So you want to learn why things are done in a certain way. So there are some things in business that work. And we're going to use those, and then we're going to leave the door open for invention. So we're going to look at the background reasons for doing this way, and we're going to develop skill through practice. So this is what has been identified as the fundamentals that we're going to look at here. Commit to a level of activity. Commensurate with your goals. If you want to be earning $10,000 a month, well, do you know that's extraordinary in the work world? I would say most of you do know that. And it's going to take a level of activity that matches that goal. If that's your goal, maybe your goal is $1,000 a month, then your level of activity would match that. And I would say have your level of activity match your commitment to make a difference, because Kyani, first of all, makes a difference, and that's why I'm in this game, and I'm not selling widgets and technology and all that kind of stuff. That's valid business, but I'm most alive when I'm engaged in something that makes a difference. And for me, Kyani first makes a difference. And then I'm most alive when I'm engaged in growing. And I'm in the fastest growth and development phase of my life at 72 years old. So I would say, regardless of your age, regardless of your experience, I have no experience in sales and marketing, but I have a lot of experience and passion. And when I saw the difference Kyani's products made, it touched my passion. Then I saw, oh my gosh, I could have access to unfathomed, unthought of residual income. This one works. Oh my gosh. And then I came that I'm so committed to other people having this. Why is not everyone doing it? If we are a perfect system, and we are, why is everyone not doing it? So somehow we're going to break that up in this mentoring group. And I ask you to bring your entire life's work, history, experience to this group. And let's see if we can't invent some things and show that in this group, we're going to have breakthroughs. You guys are going to be going up. And I've got people coming into my organization from a company like Amway. People stay in Amway without making significant income for years and years and years. Why? Because they have an educational system that helps them to grow personally, and they love the community and the personal growth. So I want us inventing that too. And so I'm going to use Felix Hernandez is his name. I'm going to be using Felix to help us and bring some of his experience, maybe even have him come in and lead one of these sessions. Okay? So commitment. Look and see what is your commitment. I request that you do a notebook during these mentoring sessions. I don't know. People say, how long is this going to go on? I said, I don't know. I don't know how long it's going to take to have a breakthrough for each and every person. Okay? Now, if you guys want to invite more people, we've already got 20 people on this. This GoToMeeting only holds 25. I have my GoToWebinar. I'll open up GoToWebinar. Let's just see how we do. If you want to invite other people to this, this is being recorded so we can catch them up, okay? And anyways, we want to see, what is your commitment? Write in your notebook. Here's what I'm committed to achieving in Kyani, all right? Look at not just your financial goals, but your leadership goals, your self-development goals, your goals to impact life, the quality of life for people. Look at all of it and write your commitment. I'm going to be doing this right along with you. Create and manage a contact list. My most unfavorite statement that somebody tells me is, I don't know very many people. That is such a lie. That is just such a lie. Is you lying to yourself first and then lying to everybody else around you. But are you creating reality with your speaking? Yes. When God said, let there be light, there was light. He had the power of his word. I say we're made in his image. That's probably in our genetic coding. We have the power of our word. If you say I'm limited, you'll be right. Stop saying that drivel. It's not true. It's only true if you create it as true. So I would say the world is full of several billion people. If you get out there and open your mouth, there are plenty of people around there. You run into, I would say 100 people a day would be maybe, a minimum. So start creating and managing daily a contact list. You want to show this opportunity at least 3 times a day. People ask me the secret to my success. Here it is, right in the beginning. I do 3 to 5 presentations a day. Now I'm going to count this as one. So that's why I changed this, Gavin, to opportunity instead of plan. I'm not showing you the compensation plan. I'm showing you the opportunity. I'm showing the opportunity to make a difference, the opportunity to create a new future for yourself and others. I'm showing you the opportunity to have an ethical opportunity that makes a difference. So I'm going to be saying 3 to 5 times a day. I'm going to be doing a 3-way call. I'm going to have a conversation with somebody I ran into in the grocery store, the doctor's office, the gas station pumping gas, wherever. That's going to be one of my presentations. Now, I'm going to tell you what is the object of that presentation. So then, enrollment. So say you do your 3 to 5. You're going to bring some of those 3 to 5 to a 3-way conversation with me or your direct upline leader, and then you're going to bring them to a presentation, a webinar, or a live event in your area. And then your objective, a fundamental that you must master, is enrollment. I didn't say register. I said enrollment. Enrollment is creating a new possibility in another person's world or experience or listening so that that person will naturally take action. That's enrollment. If you register somebody, they fill out the paperwork. Without enrollment, you do not have a business partner. They must be enrolled. They must see a new, pardon me, I'm going to drink something here. Got a little frog in my throat. They must see a whole new future for themselves, a new possible future. Then they're enrolled. They're in the game. And then you fill out the paperwork. Register them then, I'm going to put that word in here, with an appropriate first order. Appropriate to what? Appropriate to your commitment. You can register with $40 and buy the products, qualifies you for the bonuses and commissions this company pays. But you are not going to make much money. If you duplicate that through your group, it's going to be very slow going in terms of making money. So it would be appropriate to a business to invest. I invested $550 6 3/4 years ago, and I've made $2,400,000 in the last 6 3/4 years on my $550 investment. That was pretty appropriate, I would say. So I would say either that business builder pack or your premium pack, which is $9.99. That would be an appropriate first order. Always, if somebody's enrolled in a new business, they would have the monthly ownership. Why? Stability. Stability that they're going to keep taking the product and they're going to have the benefits of the product. Stability in that your business will grow each month as you enroll people, and they come in with an appropriate first order and they come in with their auto ship. Then they're going to do the same thing. It's going to be duplicated, duplicated, duplicated. And that year after year after year is a stable, growing, thriving business. So you must always, now can somebody get off, are you trapping people? No. They can change that in their own virtual office 24/7. They're not trapped. This is a commitment. They're committed to their own health and well-being, and then they're committed to a business. So that is what maintains the stability of your business. That's appropriate to the commitment if you want to be making 10,000 plus a month. Okay? And you want to identify and focus on developing the 1 in 5. That's the 20-80 rule, that 20% of the people do 80% of the work in the world and produce 80% of the results. And so focus on that 1 in 5. I'm going to say sometimes you have no idea there's going to be a sleeper that comes along. And if you have your mind closed, I'm only going to talk to important, busy, powerful people. Now, that's not a bad idea, but I would not forget the lady at Walmart who's the greeter, who is hopeless because you throw her a life preserver of new hope. She just might take it and pass and blow everybody's doors off. And that actually happened with Mike Akagi in Hawaii. That lady from Walmart took his system and went right up through the ranks. So I would say be careful on that one. Don't eliminate people. Their first impressions are actually important, and people ought to put forth a business presentation personally and business-wise, but don't cross off your list the people who don't look the part. Now you can bring them along and train them into the presentation, but if they've got the drive and they've got the desire, put them in that 20% until your 20% becomes the 80%. I say greatness lives in each and every person. It is not a genetic coding. Greatness is something that can be reached, touched, ignited in each and every person. It's part of who we are. And I don't care who you are, what your education is, what your age is. It is part of who you are. You are never too young. You are never too old. As long as you're breathing, you have greatness in you. And, you may be the key. You may be the person who's keeping the door locked. And my hope, somehow, we're going to unlock greatness in the 19 people who are here with us this morning first. And then we're going to go out and give it to the world and unlock as much greatness as we possibly can. So let's look at commitment. You have to, now Michael Jordan, he has a few results in life. He says you have to expect things of yourself before you can do them. People sometimes have low expectation. In the South, I've heard this since I was a young girl. It's better to shoot for the moon and hit the fence than to shoot for the fence and hit the ground. So dream big, shoot for the moon, never give up. I bet Michael Jordan's had a few bad days, and guess what? He had a good coach. So, I was a student and came up through the ranks of Taekwondo. I had a good master. He ignited passion in me. I did not know I could be a champion. He looked at me and he said, "You're going to compete?" I thought the first time when he said we're going to go to a competition, he meant that I would do the mommy things. I was 38 years old. I would make sandwiches, drive, cheerlead. And he says, "No, you will compete." And I was like, all right. And I didn't believe in myself. My heart was pounding out of my chest when I first went into that competition ring. And I just did what he said. I did what my coach said. And you know what? He found the champion in me. And then I began coaching others to be a champion in life. So you want to be a champion, learn your game and practice. At some point, I may have to stop here and go turn my Skype off. Next time I'll remember to do that. Somebody can't take no for an answer. Okay, so you need to be very clear what you want. And then what is the time? Get clear about the time you're going to invest to, and then look to see, what is my commitment? What do I want? And am I willing to do the time that's going to be commensurate with that commitment? So I would say if you want to be making $10,000 a month within a year, and you're willing to put in an hour a day, I would say you could get there. So what am I saying? I'm saying that most people who do network marketing don't do a consistent hour a day of actions that actually produce results. I'm saying that if you actually did one night, now you probably were waiting for me to say 4 hours a day. Now that's what I spend now, but I didn't start there. I produced $75,000 a year income my first year, and I probably averaged an hour a day my first year. Now that's a good salary in today's world. A lot of people work all day long and they make a third or half of that. They would love to be making that, and I did that on an hour a day. So now what do I want? I want the best of life. I want to make a difference. I want to be a leader. I want greatness in the world. I want health in the world. So I'm spending more time doing that. And I want unlimited. I have been the starving student, not enough money to go to a movie for 6 months, not enough money to change the darn tire that went flat uh, on the car. I've been there, done that, got my t-shirt. So I want the Kyani's tagline, experience more. Oh, am I experiencing more? You got to believe it. I'm traveling the world, meeting people from cultures all over the world. I have more income than I ever dreamed I could have. I couldn't have dreamt that big. Am I experiencing more? Yes. You know what? I want the best of life. Kyani for me is the best of life. So I want to see what can I do. If they've got a rank of double black diamond, I will get there. It is just simply a matter of when. I'm like, I don't know the when, but I'm going to put the actions there to measure it with. I'm going to be a double black diamond. Okay? Why do I want this? I want to make a difference. But ask yourself underneath that, I want the best of life. Keep looking. Dig deep. Shut the door, the back door of your mind. Don't let yourself get away. Ask yourself the question 5 times. Why do I want this? Why do I want this? Then, what am I willing to do daily, day in, day out? I was an international champion. 20 years running, I was a national champion. What did I do daily? I trained 4 to 6 hours a day. Susie's known me 40 years. She's been to my home. She's seen me do 2.5 hours straight in the morning, go back in the afternoon, and do another 2 hours, go back and teach 2 to 3 hours at night. I did that for years, 6 days a week. Write these things down in a notebook. It's got to be physical. And if it doesn't ignite your passion, I would say change it. So you've got to feel it. It's got to motivate you. If you're still getting up in the morning, ho hum, I forgot my commitment. I don't know. Do a display. They talk about doing those dream boards. Do one. I've done one. Do you know when I go back and look at the dream board I did my first year, I have accomplished everything on my dream board? I have the Kyani Castle, the dream house. I have the dream cars. I am traveling the world. I am making a difference. I am being a leader. Everything I pictured on that dream board, I just got into magazines, cut it out, put it there. When it's physical and you keep it in front of you, it pulls you into a reality, a physical reality of it, okay? So I would say make it physical, okay? Build and maintain the contact list. Why do companies spend a fortune managing contacts? Well, how about because it's the way that they make more sales. It's the way they grow. So you need to maintain a list and keep it on your desk daily. Work the list. Don't just make a list and never go back to it, never work it. Here's something I did. Where can you find people? I went to the health food store. I noticed this corner at Real Foods in Sugar House in Salt Lake City, and they had a whole corner, and it had people's business cards. It had a bulletin board with all the services people provide. I looked up there and I thought, this is a health food store. At least 3/4 of these people are in the wellness industry. Wow. I wonder, and here they've got their business cards up here. Here they're in business. I wonder if they want to make more money. I wonder if they want to know about some products that actually have more real results in terms of promoting human health than anything I've seen in my lifetime, based in more science than anything I've seen in my lifetime. I wonder if they would want to know that. So what did I do in preparation for this mentoring group? I thought, let me start from new. Let me go back and make a list. I put these people on the list. I started calling them. Guess what? I got one person to come to my live event, and she has signed up. Isn't that interesting? What if you did that every week? Go to places of business, look for business cards that people, maybe they're in, like Christopher Stacer here, he's a brander. You know, he knows computer, he knows marketing, he's got a degree in it, for Pete's sake. Wouldn't he? And he's in business. He would want to make more money. People in business, they're not going to say no to money. Okay? People who do say no, ask them for a referral. My very, very, very favorite question in the world is, who do you know? If somebody is Korean, I say, you know what? My company has just opened a market of 3 breakthrough natural supplements. And you know, Koreans love natural supplements. And these are backed by mainstream science and really make more difference in terms of cardiovascular and brain health and anti-aging than anything I've seen in my lifetime. And we've just opened our market in Korea. Who do you know there that does importation, sales, distribution, marketing? And they go, well, yeah, I know some people, but tell me more about this. The who do you know? I'm sitting on the airplane. So I say, where are you going? What are you up to? And maybe they're not interested. They're going to ask me, what do I do? And I say, well, I open global markets for a breakthrough natural supplement company. By the way, that's a power bite. If somebody told you, I open global markets for a breakthrough natural supplement company, wouldn't you say, what breakthrough supplements? You would probably have a question on that statement. It's a great opener. So you want a big statement that is going to create question, opportunity, possibility, and say those things. So start to write these things down, okay? Now, getting back to your list, write all of this down. Don't discriminate. Then you want to prioritize. Who are the people that you think are the ones with the most potential? Ask them first. Maybe some, they've got their money handled. They've got hundreds of thousands of dollars in the bank. They're not looking for income. But they are looking to make a difference. So they might just be wanting the products, have them do the referral. I know you love these products. Do you know others that they might help? Like that, okay? So you want to prioritize. Then you want to take action. Results are tied to action. What are the actions? Some people get into business. They don't even know what actions. What kind of business are we in? What I'm doing right now. We are in the business of communication. We want to get people to look at those just push play videos. We want to send them through the internet. We have so many tools of communication. When I look at where we were 20 years ago, it is a brave new world. We can really make a difference through communication. Once people are enrolled, you get them trained. What we're going to be doing here, I'm going to invite Eric Myrup 2 weeks from today, simply because I'm going to be in Honduras next week. But 2 weeks from today, I'm going to invite Eric Myrup. Maybe he hasn't told me he can do it yet, but I want him to get into the back office and do a back office training, how to use the pay gate calculator so you can know where to place people to make the most money. I haven't done that in years. I don't even remember it. But Eric, he invented it. So he knows more about the compensation plan than any human being I know. Now, I know the plan too, but he always teaches me something I didn't know. Every time I listen to him go up to corporate and he's teaching it to a new potential leader and I learn something, I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't know that. So you want to show this opportunity 3 times a day minimum. What do I mean? Maybe you're just having a 5-minute conversation, the purpose of which is to get them to another conversation of more substance, and then to a presentation. People who come to presentations, 80% enroll. Did you know that? Eventually, over time, 80% enroll. So when somebody gets to the point of coming to a presentation, you have a new business partner. Your business is growing. Okay? Now, you're going to have win some, lose some, few get rained out. Everybody has seen the statistics. You are going to miss every shot you don't take. So Michael Jordan again, he's missed 9,000 shots in his career. He has lost 300 games. He's one of the greatest players in the game. Look how much he's lost. On 26 occasions, he counted them. He is accountable for his results. I have been entrusted to take the winning game shot and missed. But you know what? He also hit a lot of them. I failed over and over and over again in my life. That's why he succeeds. He has given himself permission to be in the game, giving it his all. He is going to win some. But if you're out there playing, practicing, mastering your game, you are going to take some shots that are a slam dunk and win the game. But if you don't shoot, you don't practice, you're going to never take the winning shot. Failure makes him work harder. How much have we learned from our failures? I learned that in Taekwondo. I would suffer, grown woman, go in the bathroom and cry when I lost. But you know what? I'm like, God, I did that. I should have done that. I'm going to practice that until I can do that on automatic pilot. I never have to think about it. So you will work harder when you fail. But if you don't ever get on the game board, you don't know what you can do. And I say you're all champions, okay? So if you're not making mistakes, you're not doing anything, okay? I'm positive, this is Coach Wooden again, that a doer makes mistakes. Now I say I'm a dreamer, doer. I bet Susie remembers me saying that for 40 years. I am a dreamer, doer. If I dream I can go to the Olympics, I'm going to do it every day, every day, every day. If I dream I can be a global leader, I am going to be training myself. I'm going to be studying leadership. I'm going to be going to leadership courses. I am going to be in the game, seeing what works so I can lead and train others. So winning takes talent. To repeat takes character. So the most successful people in this industry of network marketing, they show this opportunity at least 3 times daily. The most successful, hey, I'm a red diamond. Okay, the most successful, show it 5 or 6. What do I say? Here's my secret to success. I show this opportunity to people 3 to 5 times a day, consistently, probably 6 days a week. So looking right in your commitments, you have a commitment to having certain results. How many times are you willing to show this opportunity to people daily? And keep track, keep score. You never know if you win the game if you don't keep score. So use a tool. Send these. Now here's one of your 3 times. I sent just push play video. The fortune, by the way, is in the follow-up. You need to follow up with this person. I sent you a video yesterday about a very exciting opportunity and about some very exciting products that have made a big difference for me, something I've never seen before. Did you watch that video? And if they say no, would you watch that for me, please? I would love to have a conversation with you later about what you think. And follow up on that. The fortune is in the follow-up. So you want to use 3-way calls. You want to use recordings of whatever we do here. Use all of the tools that we have. And Kyani is now rich in tools and getting richer. We're becoming one of the wealthiest companies in the world. This company is, by the way, go to the Leadership International Convention in Orlando in February. Why? Because we have landmark breakthrough tools coming out. We want to have all those available to ourselves to hit our commitments. We talked about the appropriate first order. You need an order that's commensurate to the level of activity that you've committed to. You need to have product to share with people. That's what you get in these business builder packs. You need to be on this auto ship. You are in business. You cannot share with others what you're not doing yourself. Oh, that is so fundamental. So you need enough product for yourself. You need enough product. I order 20 7-day trial packs every month. You buy them in packs of 10. I save about $5 a pack buying them in packs of 10. Guess what? People use the products. Christopher Stacer's on here. He knows people in 1 week have gotten results. He said this woman hadn't seen her feet. She had so much swelling in her legs. and that this swelling went down the first week on the products, this lymphedema she had. Okay, so these products work. Get them into people. You don't have to give them away. People will pay $20 for them. I'm at the place in the business, I can actually give them away. But you know what? I require the people to have a little skin in it too. I ask them to come to a presentation so they value what I just gave them, because it's literally worth $30. And I want them to use the products. The worst thing you can do is just hand it out like it's candy and hope somebody's going to take it. No, you got to open the box with them, tell them you invested in this, and tell them that you're committed to making a difference with them and their health and well-being. Show them how to use the products right then and there. Don't just pass these things out hoping somebody's going to do it. Identify your 1 in 5. Look to see who's hungry. And I say that more than experience, because some people surprise you. And then, you know, the 80-20, they say spend 80% of your time with the 1 in 5 and in finding new people. Okay? And then if you don't train them, yes, your business will grow if you recruit. But if you don't train them, you will not have financial freedom. You have a sales job. So train your people, help them to learn and to present until they're doing what you're doing. Then you've duplicated yourself. You've cloned yourself in the world. How about if I had 10 Mary Louises working this business? Look what I do. What if I had 10 of them out in the world? And I do. That's why I'm a red diamond. You have to train them. Help them achieve the rank of sapphire. Okay? So you're going to produce financial independence. You're going to produce financial freedom for yourself and others. How is that you're going to clone yourself? You're going to, when I look at Johanna Bachman, this is a woman committed to her goals. We're going to look at empowerment now. How can we empower people who will stay the course, who will learn, who will invent? And we're just going to have to do it together. So let's review what we've said here today. You are going to write down your commitments, and then you're going to write down the activities that you see. Then we're going to talk about it next week. Well, actually not next week. I'm going to be in Honduras. Sorry, the week after. And I'll send you out. Probably I'm going to change links because we're already up to 21 people. Okay, so I'm going to send you out a new link. I'm going to have the date of the next, it's going to be 9 o'clock Friday morning. And then we're going to talk about this. But you're going to have it written down, and you're going to give a report. And you're going to commit. So you're going to commit to this level of activity. You're going to write that down. You're going to write down what are your goals. You're going to look at why you're doing this. Okay. Then you're going to create and manage a contact list. And that's going to be a live list. Every day, you're going to add to that list. Then you're going to show this opportunity, ideally at least 3 times a day, which is going to match your commitment to have what you want to have. And then you yourself, you're going to enroll, and you're going to teach enrollment with an appropriate first order in the monthly autoship. You're going to identify and focus on developing the 1 in 5, and I'd say be a little careful with that. You know, the other 80% might surprise you. Okay? It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. You're in it for the long haul. Kyani has become, like Taekwondo was for me, a lifestyle. It's me engaged in living life to the fullest, all of it. I love it. People ask me, with my husband having lung cancer, oh my gosh, you must, have so much on you and so much upset. How could you possibly focus on a business? And I go, I thought about it, and I said, it's my recess. It's where I can forget all of that hard part of life for a little bit. It's where I'm fed and nourished and know I make a difference. It's where I'm most alive. It's what keeps me alive so I can stay well to help others. Okay? So then again, my tendency is to overdo. That's sometimes not good. You can do it for a short while. I'm 72. I have to remember that. I forget it quite frankly when I'm doing 6 cities in 6 days down in Latin America. I think that'd be hard on a young person. I am so darn sturdy. It must be the products because I get over it in a day's rest, to tell you the truth. So, but maybe my pace is not your pace. When I look at my pace, everybody tells me I do too much, and I look at it and I go, huh, maybe I do. But to tell you the truth, I don't think I'm far off. I really love it. Okay, so commit to a level of daily, weekly activity that it matches your goals and your expectations. And I would say expect greatness from yourself. Make your activity match that. Uh, get engaged. I did not know I could be a champion. People thought I was being an absolute old fool, thinking I could compete at a national and international level in the 18 and over division. And that's what I created for myself. And I engaged in it like I could do it. And you know what? I didn't make it to the Olympic Games, but I made it to 9 world championships in the Pan American Games, in the World Championships, in the US Open, the Korean Open. So I shot for the moon. I think I was hitting the tall fence. So I would say, unimaginable accomplishment is available for you if you actually invent yourself as great. Many of you are great in ways that you won't even acknowledge yourself for. You've got great educations. Um, you might be measuring your self-worth by the dollars you bring in. I wouldn't say that. I would say your greatness is measured by how much difference you make to other people. And Kyani is a venue like I've never had in my life. I thought Taekwondo was a great venue to impact um, uh, accessing greatness in other people, but it was limited. Kyani is so much bigger, and I'm having the time of my life with it. So I would say expect greatness from yourself and others. Okay. Let me open up the microphones. All right. I would like to hear from some of you about what you got out of this and maybe what you're committing to. So I've opened everybody's microphone, so please keep the noise down in the background. So if you would, let me know what you got out of this, what you see for yourself and what you're committed to. Who'd like to go first?
I want to go first. Meredith, thank you so much for taking the time to do this. You are a person that I have always admired, but I'm really grateful for this opportunity of being part of this group, because what you just mentioned, even when it's the basic stuff, gives us the opportunity to start all over and to see the greatness that we have within, and that we are limitless. Thank you so much. I am in for the challenge.
Okay, and thank you so much, Norma, and hang on just a second, Norma. With those of you, I've opened everybody's mic. Keep your self-mute on so we don't get background noise in the recording. Okay, but then you open up your mic if you'd like to speak. So Norma, what do you see for yourself out of this? So I got your appreciation, and thank you for acknowledging me. And now I would say, what do you see for yourself? Anything you'd like to share about that?
Yes, what I see for myself here, something that you mentioned that it's really important, is that sometimes we measure ourselves with the amount of money that we're making, and if we are not making what we're hoping to make, we forget how great we are and our possibilities. So what I see here is that the more you do, the more you give, if you work consistently, there is no way to fail. And what I see for myself is that I already have the tools that I need to succeed, and I just going to follow every single step. Following up has been one of my main weaknesses, and I already identify it. You already gave us the tools and some of the things that we need to do, and duplicating ourselves, on the things that we learned with our team. That's something really important, and that's what I saw part of my business. I didn't do that part, so Now I know what I was missing, and I'm going to fit that piece, you know, in my team, so everyone can achieve the success that we can achieve in Kyani.
Really, very good. Very good. And I'm committed to your commitments, and that's what we're going to do here is manage those weekly. So we've got our assignments, and
Yes.
so at our next session, which is 2 weeks from today, I'm going to have, and here's something I noticed. I just made a mistake. So yeah, if we're out here creating, we're going to make mistakes. I do these every week. I did not have the PowerPoint. I didn't start the screen sharing. So you guys didn't see the PowerPoint. So I'm going to have to record this another time, but I will send the audio recording that you can send out to people. Okay?
Okay. Okay, awesome.
But anyways, Dana Hicks from Seattle just reminded me that no one's born a leader, that leaders are developed. And that's what we are. We are leaders in development, and we're going to help each other reach higher and higher levels of, well, really our own experience of life, but also in making a difference and being a leader.
Mary Louise, this is Jerry.
Oh, so you all did see the PowerPoint? It was on the screen?
Yes, we did.
Okay, I thought it was not on. Okay.
No, we did see it. And how is this going to be recorded so we can have our people watch it?
Okay, thank God, because I thought, oh my gosh, the screen sharing wasn't on, but it was. Very good. So I'm not losing my mind. Okay, so here's all I have to do. As soon as this is over, it's going to download, and it takes it about an hour or so. It depends on the length of it. And I'm going to put it in my Dropbox and create a link. And then I'm going to send you, everybody on this this webinar, I'm going to send out a link to you, and you can share that and send it out with your people, okay? Okay, anybody else? What do you see for yourself in terms of your commitment? And I'm so glad that Jerry is out there doing presentations. He's got such a great opportunity because he has a huge power leg country and then one of his legs, and it would be called stupid not to build the other two. So thank goodness, Jerry, you're out there, a real professional, and going and getting it for yourself.
Well, Mary Louise, this is Brenda.
Yes, Brenda.
Thank you so much. I always love talking with you, and kind of as a newbie, I can identify, you know, some things in myself that I feel lacking in being able to give presentations, and just feel like I don't know what to say or how to present it. You know, kind of, that's.
Okay, so that's great, Brenda, and I know you're new at this. So what I did when I started is I came to the live presentations like you're doing. And then somebody asked me, well, would you open the meeting and just tell people to turn off their cell phones and where the bathrooms are, and hold your questions to the end? I thought, well, yeah, I can do that. And I've taught Taekwondo. I can certainly get up in front and do that. Then I began studying Kyani Science. Now that's another assignment for this week. Everybody in this group, you cannot be a champion if you don't learn your game. I want you to go to kyaniscience.com, and you have 2 weeks. I want you to read every word on there. I want you to watch every video. I'm going to do it with you. I don't even know if it can be done in 2 weeks, but I'm saying let's shoot for the moon and see where we land. And so I would say, Brenda, start there. Learn your products. I would go to pubmed.gov and put search tocotrienols and read. And I converted myself. I was like, holy cow, what do we have hold of here? These products are amazing. There's so much science. So enroll yourself, and then human beings naturally share what works for them and what works in life. And if somebody comes up to you and says, oh my gosh, I just got diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, you're going to go, oh, let me send you something. You have got to see this. This is a natural food-based supplement that is really making a difference without any side effects. You know, type 2 diabetes is a lifestyle disease. You can totally turn it around with diet and exercise and water and sleep, you can turn type 2 diabetes around. And we've got a supplement that is superfood nutrition right in the area you need. So you wouldn't know that if you didn't know what your products do. So you're going to do that. So Brenda, just keep showing up like you did today. Show up at the events. You will learn it. Saturday, 5 to 9 p.m., Mike Akagi's here. A man by the name of Julio Garro, who is a world-class business consultant, is going to be training us right here in Salt Lake City. So it's at Salt Lake Community College at 106 South. Come, show up. And that's all I did. I showed up. And then here's how you learn how to lead a presentation. You start leading your own. There are sheets with the 9 major points. If anybody needs that, I can email it to you. And you want to have that with you all the time and say, if the opportunity comes up, say, look, let me share something with you. And go over those points in 10, 15 minutes. And you will start to train yourself. So you learn by coming to meetings. You learn by getting out there and putting yourself up in front just from sheer commitment alone. Will you make mistakes? Yes. But you will grow into a leader.
Mary Louise.
Yeah.
Hi, it's Kevin. Is there a possibility someone there can Periscope that meeting to people who can't or are not in the Salt Lake area? There's a lot of folks out here on the East Coast, and we would love to participate in these things that are going on. So Periscope seems to be a new way to do it, great way to get multiple viewers on one camera. If somebody could maybe put that together, we would really appreciate it.
Okay, I will talk to Kevin Aoyagi, our tech guy, and maybe Christopher. That's the first time I've heard the word Periscope that wasn't related to a submarine. So I'm certainly not the one, but Christopher Stacer, if you're the techie here, if you know about that, maybe you could work with Kevin and we can get that going. I'll let you know, Kevin.
Okay, thanks. Kyani's used it a couple times for their corporate events. It just shot Periscope things from the Korean convention, Asia convention. They did a couple from the home office back in the summer.
Okay, then I'm going to call Trevor Hagen.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me write that down right now. Call Trevor today. Okay, let me see what I can do, Kevin.
How do you know about these meetings? Is there a website or is it just?
Yeah, I think it's up on the Kyani events. I will send it out again. I send it out to all of my downline, but I didn't even get the information until maybe 10 days ago. So I apologize you didn't get that. I'll send it out as soon as we finish here, and the flyer for it, that you'll have that information, okay? I'm going to send it out to my entire downline.
Mary Louise, this is Jared.
Yes.
For some reason, I show up as Gavin. Not a bad thing, but
I see.
I appreciate you sharing what you did. For me, my recommitment is to do a better job prioritizing. Work has been a challenge the last couple months, long hours, and so I need to do a better job at making sure that my daily activity, my daily sharing, doesn't get put on the back burner. That I do that before I go to bed. And the second thing is I need to do a better job mentoring and spending the time with Nikki and I's team. You know, they're working it, they're sharing it, they're enrolling preferred customers and new distributors. But I need to do a better job at helping them elevate as well.
Very good. Very good, Jared. And some people do things like put 3 pennies in their pocket at the beginning of every day, and you move it from one side to the other when you have a conversation. So it again puts something into physical reality. You might put something on your wall, and you've got the days of the week there, and you're going to as you conversations will come up. So do I schedule, I am going to work from 11 to 2 every day? No, I don't schedule that. I schedule results. So I would say schedule results and then come up with a physical system that are going to hold you accountable to those results. So that's what's going to keep it in the foreground. Yes, life will come in and take it over. Emergencies happen. And, you know, you just get right back on track. But if you have daily emergencies, you know, I'm just saying you're going to have to manage, and I don't mean emergency like an ambulance coming. I mean work emergencies. Oh, this got my attention here. This person's calling in there. No, I'm saying create a system, a physical system that is going to say, I'm going to talk to 3 people today about this opportunity, whether it is a formal phone call or I run into somebody down in the parking garage. I'm going to have 3 conversations. So all of us struggle with this very same thing, and I just really applaud you for putting it on the table like that. Yes, we have got to create. That's why I want you to do a notebook with this mentoring session. We're going to see what we come up with, but we'll forget if we don't put it into the physical world. So somehow we've got to create physical displays and things that are going to keep us in the game. Because, Jared, if you look at your work, you have accountabilities, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Things that others expect of you, things that you expect of you in the business that is paying the bills right now, right?
Yep.
Okay. Do that with Kyani. It's a business. It is such a valid business. Come over to my house sometime. I'll show you my earnings for the last 6 years. It is a valid business. So you've got to create accountabilities for yourself. And it's still not a business like a traditional business that you're an independent business owner and it basically owns you. This is the best of all worlds.
Yeah.
And Kyani works. And it's ethical. And it's available. We are the first company in the industry to have a compensation plan that is fair and just and has the same opportunity for the person who started 7 years ago as it does to the person who starts today. It is who you are and what you bring to it. And as a matter of fact, it's going to be easier for you if you came in now. But you must hold yourself accountable to business practices. Okay?
Thanks, Mary
Mary
Louise.
Louise, this is
It's who?
this is Trinette.
Trinette, yes.
I want to thank you so very much for one of the things that you talked about was how to find people. I live in a very rural area of Louisiana, and I actually don't know any other Kyani distributors in the state at all. So a lot of times I feel like I'm out here alone. So, you know, just your thoughts on where to find people. I need to reset that commitment of just talking to people and just being very, very diligent of figuring out how to get in front of people to show them the opportunity. So that's what I'm going to work on for the next couple of weeks.
Well, it's going to come from you. When I look back at myself, when I was a little girl and during World War II, I was born in 1943. My father worked on the atomic bomb project in Los Alamos, New Mexico, and we lived in Chicago. It was at the University of Chicago. And I remember I was only 2 and 3, and I remember being on the train with my mother, and I would go up to all the soldiers on the train, and I would do my little singing and dancing for them. My mother said I was always just out there with people. So I would say let yourself get out there and play in life, and people are looking to you. They might try to bring you down and say, what are you, weird or something? But you know what? Enroll them into weird, because the weird that I'm in is so great. And it is very alive and all the possibility in the world available to me. It is a weird really worth having. And I would say, wherever you are in whatever venue, you have people around you unless you're a hermit. And then I'd say get over being a hermit and go to town. I've lived in rural surroundings and I still was totally immersed in life. Your church, whatever. Um, I would say wherever you find yourself, at the grocery store. I have a green diamond because when my friend I haven't seen in a while asked me at the grocery store, what was I up to? All I did was share. I said, I think I've won the network marketing lottery. Oh my gosh, I found these incredible products. You know me with my sports, and I've written a book on supplementation for high performance and health. And I didn't even say you ought to do it or you ought to try them. I didn't do anything, but I was so enthusiastic. She went home and told her husband he should call me because he was just at that point where all the kids were gone and they looked around and said, oh, it's time for us. Oh, guess what? We spent all the money on the kids and we're in a down economy and I'm not making the money I used to make and we're going to have to sell our house and live with the kids. What am I going to do? Go out and get a job? And because he was an author and a publisher and worked for himself, but that industry got hit hard in the down economy. She went home and told him, that was Larry Barkle. He's a green diamond. And he's having unlimited opportunity to create residual wealth for him and for his family. And we have a lot of people on this call today because Buffy Barkdale went home and told her husband she'd talk to me at the grocery store. So that's what I'd say to you. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, where it would be a sin to talk business without food in front of you. And I would, Susie knows, I would cook all afternoon and make a buffet. People come if you feed them. And they would drive up the mountain in Sundance, Utah. It'd take them sometimes an hour to get to there, but they came because they knew they were going to eat really well and the view was great. And then they would have to watch my presentation. And I do presentations much better than I did back then. But that's how I learned. I did them. You just go do it. Yes, you get coaching. Yes, you get training. But you just go do it. And from right where you are. And then, let's see. 2 young men, 27 and 29-year-old, have been using social media and did in 1 year what took me 6. So listen, go learn the new technology. And thank you, Tara, for telling me periscoping is live video sharing. Okay, I'm going to go learn periscoping as well as social media marketing. Okay, anything else? It's time to close. Anything else here? Okay, you guys have homework. Me too. Now, don't beat yourself up and not come the next time because you didn't do the homework. You never will. You'll just drop out of sight. So even if you don't do the homework.
If you'll just send,
pardon?
If you'll just send the information about the meetings on Saturday.
I will send it as soon as I stop talking here.
Thank you so much.
All right. And that's another chance for you to learn and grow. And guess what? Even though you just found out about it right now, have somebody be with you because sharing is actually how you develop your business. Just like somebody shared with you. And the only reason why you all are here is because somebody talked to you. So go talk.
Mary Louise, this is Marlon Amaya. Mary Louise, this is Marlon Amaya in Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Hello, Marlon, my friend.
How you doing?
Great.
I just want to commit to myself on my priorities. I think I've been jumping around back and forth. With your help, I am committing to prioritize my activities on a daily basis. I think I'm lacking that, and I'm learning. This training was excellent, perfect, and I was able to have one of my individuals here, Beatrice, on the line also here in Minneapolis listening to it, and hopefully we can get this train rolling here in Minneapolis.
Very good. Thank you so much, Marlon, and I'm your partner in that.
Thank you.
And the ones who stay the course over time through all the growth and development are going to be the ones who have unlimited residual wealth. Kyani, you're going to watch us go to $1 billion company in the next 2 to 3 years. Get out there and cause this wave because you're going to get to ride it. All right, thank you all. I will send out a new link. We're going to go to the webinar, so you'll have to register for it because I think we'll have more people. If you want to invite somebody else in your group to this mentoring group, what you do is send them. I'm going to send this recording out to each and every one of you. Actually, what I'm going to ask you to do, well, no, yeah, send me an email so I can just send the recording back to you. So if you want the recording of this first session, send me an email, marylouisezeller@gmail.com. Okay? And yes, if there's anybody in Louisiana, you know what I'd ask you to do? Call Kyani customer service and ask them to look and see who's in Louisiana. They won't give you their information, but you can say, give them my information. You guys get together and form a group. But guess what? I have groups in Singapore, Taipei, all over the world in Latin America. So we have the internet. So don't think just Louisiana. Don't just think the U.S. Think global. We're in 65 countries, and you know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody in every country in the world. So think big, okay? And see, here we're all now community. So let's share this opportunity, and I'll get space for 100 people, and we'll see who wants to go forward. I'm going to use this as an opportunity. I'm going to do the homework. I'm going to start over. And newly, and anybody I enroll, guess what? I'm going to be helping y'all. Okay, they're going to be going in your organization. And that's what you get for being here. Okay? All right, guys, thank you so much. And I'll send out the flyer. I'm going to just send it out to all of my downline. If you don't get it, see, sometimes you're not on my list. Send me an email if you don't get it, and I'll send it to you. All right? You guys go be great. Talk to you later.